This is the question that keeps me up at night. What would happen if China attacked a US aircraft carrier in the South China Sea? The tension between these two countries is growing fast, and the threat of a potential strike is real. So let's break down what could happen if China takes a shot at one of America's most powerful military assets, the aircraft carrier. So first up, let's talk about why the US aircraft carrier is such a huge target, and I just don't mean how freaking big it is. This thing's not just a ship. It's a moving military base packed with firepower that's ready to launch aircraft and support operations literally anywhere in the world. The US has some of the most advanced aircraft carriers in existence, like the USS Ronald Reagan and the USS Gerald R. Ford. These carriers are essential to America's power projection and are a symbol of US dominance at sea.
China has rapidly modernized. It now has numerically the largest navy in the world, with more than 350 ships, including 3 aircraft carriers, 12 nuclear and 48 diesel-powered submarines. And that has allowed it to implement its anti-access or area denial strategy in the South China Sea.
China has been rapidly building up its military, particularly its navy, over the past couple of decades. As of right now, China has the largest naval fleet in the world, surpassing even the US in terms of sheer number of ships. The real threat to US carriers comes from China's highly advanced weapon systems, including missiles, bombers, and submarines designed specifically to target and destroy aircraft carriers. One of the most feared Chinese weapons is the YJ-21, a hypersonic missile capable of reaching speeds over Mach 10. For the uninitiated, that's 10 times faster than the speed of sound. This missile is designed to hit moving targets like US carriers before they can even react. The speed of this thing makes it almost impossible to intercept with current defensive systems. Now the goal is simple: destroy the carrier before its crew can even detect it coming. So don't think for a second that the US Navy is caught off guard here. When it comes to defending aircraft carriers, the US is ready. The US Navy operates carrier strike groups, which aren't just carriers but include other powerful warships like missile cruisers, destroyers, and submarines. This floating fortress isn't easy to take down, even for China's most advanced weapons. The centerpiece of the US Carrier Strike Group is its Aegis combat system. Now, this system can track and target hundreds of threats at once and calculate the best interception points in a matter of seconds. The Aegis system is key to defending against incoming missiles. If a hypersonic missile like the YJ-21 is detected, the system will track it and calculate the best course of action to intercept it before it hits the carrier. But wait, there's more! The US Navy's arsenal includes the Standard Missile-2, or SM-2, a workhorse for air defense. This missile is incredibly fast and highly accurate, designed to take down incoming cruise missiles and aircraft. The SM-6 missile is even more powerful and can engage not only missiles but also incoming ballistic threats. So, if anything gets too close, the USS Carrier will unleash its final line of defense, the Phalanx CIWS, or Close-In Weapon System. This system is a high-speed radar-guided Gatling gun capable of firing 4,500 rounds per minute to shred anything that's flying too close, including missiles, drones, or enemy aircraft. So what if China fires that first shot? It wouldn't just be a missile fired from a ship or a plane, it would be an all-out coordinated attack designed to overwhelm the carrier's defenses. So let's do some theory crafting. It's 2 a.m. in the South China Sea. The skies are calm and the USS Ronald Reagan is on its usual patrol. Then, without warning, China launches its DF-21D missile. This ballistic missile is designed to hit long-range targets, over 1,500 miles away, and its main goal is to destroy aircraft carriers like the Reagan. The missiles launch from a mobile ground-based launcher, making it difficult to track. As the DF-21D missile arcs into space and then dives towards the Reagan, it uses a maneuverability re-entry vehicle that makes it hard to intercept. But the US Navy isn't just sitting back. As soon as the missile's detected, alarms blare and the crew will rush to their stations. The Aegis combat system will kick in, and SM-6 missiles will be launched to try and take down the incoming threat. At the same time, Chinese bombers like the H-6 are already in the air releasing more missiles, like the KD-21 designed specifically to target US ships. The Reagan's radar will detect these threats and launch its countermeasures, including intercepting missiles and scrambling fighter jets. The battle would be intense, with a fast-paced exchange of missiles, drones, and aircraft, but the US Navy's ability to track and respond quickly gives it a significant edge. If China's missile hits, it's not the end of the story. This is where America's military might truly shows its strength. Even if a carrier's hit, it doesn't go down without a fight. The crew's trained for this exact scenario. Damage control, firefighting, and medical response all kick into action immediately. Meanwhile, the rest of the carrier strike group isn't just sitting there. The USS Ronald Reagan's companion ships, including destroyers and submarines, will go into full offensive mode. The Navy's Virginia-class attack submarines are stealthy and deadly. These submarines are always lurking nearby, ready to take down any enemy ships or submarines trying to get close. They carry torpedoes and cruise missiles and can track Chinese submarines before they even get in range. The US Navy's aircraft, like the FA-18 Super Hornet and the F-35C, will take off from the carrier to perform reconnaissance and strike any enemy assets. They'll identify launch sites, search for Chinese submarines, and engage targets. Drones will be launched to assist in locating and tracking enemy ships and submarines. Now the goal is simple here: eliminate the threat before the situation escalates. Within minutes of the strike, the US will retaliate. Tomahawk missiles will be launched, targeting Chinese missile sites, radar stations, and other key assets. Meanwhile, US Cyber Command will go to work, launching cyber attacks to disrupt China's communications and their missile targeting systems. A Chinese attack on a US aircraft carrier is no small matter. It would be the start of a massive military response. The US Navy has the tools and the training to defend and retaliate in full force. Don't get me wrong, China's weapons are impressive, but America's response is quick, powerful, and strategic. Now the big question is, will China make that first move? And if they do, well, the world's gonna change in a heartbeat. The US Navy's response to an attack on one of its aircraft carriers isn't just a battle at sea. It's a game changer for the world and the start of Armageddon. And whether China fires that first shot or not, tensions will continue to rise.